10 things you might not know about Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg has one of the most fascinating stories in all of Hollywood. He has gone from a life of drugs and violence at a very young age to a popular but short-lived music career, and from there, becoming a highly respected and talented actor. In addition, he is now a successful producer who has worked on many great projects, including the popular HBO series Entourage and Ballers. He is also vocal and outspoken, which sometimes lands him in trouble. But Wahlberg also commands a great amount of respect for his incredible transformation and the work he puts into his acting, both physically and mentally. Before we get started, be sure to give that like button a little love and hit subscribe to stay in the loop for future exciting content. 10. He converted an airplane hangar into his personal gym. It is no secret that Wahlberg is in tip-top shape and works incredibly hard to achieve his muscular physique, which is something that he has done throughout his career, ever since he got his start at a young age as a Calvin Klein model. For dozens of his roles, he has put time and effort into the gym, working hard to achieve the right look. This is most evident in the movies The Fighter, which earned 7 Oscar nominations including Best Picture and Pain and Gain, where he starred alongside Dwayne Johnson and Anthony Mackie. 9. He credits God for turning his life around. Mark Wahlberg's troubled past is well documented. However, he is also famous for how he dramatically turned his life around to become one of the more successful and popular figures in all of Hollywood. Wahlberg credits this amazing transformation with his Roman Catholic faith, which he states helped him to overcome the many tough obstacles he has faced throughout his life. According to Wahlberg, things changed for the better for him once he started to focus on prayer and his faith after leaving prison. This is something that he still clearly believes to this day, as he has said that each morning the first thing he does is pray and give thanks to God. 8. He is a highly respected producer. Although Wahlberg is most famous for appearing in films such as The Departed, The Fighter, Ted, and Lone Survivor, he has also developed quite a reputation for serving as an executive producer. He has worked as a producer on most of the films that he has appeared in since 2010, but it is as an executive producer for television where he has found the most success. As Wahlberg has served as EP for 4 popular HBO shows. 7. He owns a burger restaurant called Wahlburgers. In 2011, Mark Paul and Donnie Wahlberg opened a restaurant and bar cleverly called Wahlburgers. The restaurant is located in a town just outside Boston called Hingham, and it was so successful that they would open a second in Toronto in 2014. Another in Orlando followed in February 2016, and 27 new locations are planned to be rolled out in the near future, with several of them expected to be located in New York. The original Wahlburgers is also the subject of a reality television series on the A&E network, a behind-the-scenes look at the running of the restaurant, which has run for 4 seasons, and features all 3 Wahlberg brothers, along with actress Jenny McCarthy, who is Donnie Wahlberg's wife. 6. He had a decade-long beef with Eminem. They may be on good terms now, with Eminem appearing on Entourage and Mark Wahlberg, nearly casting Eminem in The Fighter, but for a whole decade, these two did not see eye to eye. It all started when the two appeared together on MTV's Total Request in 1999. With his rapping days long behind him, Wahlberg made it clear that he did not want his Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch days to be referenced on the show. The temptation proved too strong for Eminem, who said that they were standing around like one big fun bunch when Mark joined him on camera. 5. He was in legal trouble from age 13. Wahlberg is famed for turning his life around to become an immensely successful Hollywood actor. At just 13 years old, Wahlberg became addicted to cocaine and dropped out of school. The following years, he was involved in a few violent and racial incidents, including one where he believed he had permanently blinded a Vietnamese man. He was charged with attempted murder, pleaded guilty to assault, and was sentenced to 2 years in a correctional prison, although he only served 45 days. 4. Rolling Stone voted him Worst Singer of the Year. It is well known that Wahlberg started his career in the music business. He rose to fame as Donnie Wahlberg's younger brother in New Kids on the Block, but later would leave the group to embark on his own career. This led to Wahlberg fronting the rap group Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, who had a #1 hit with Good Vibrations off of their debut album, Music for the People. However, their sophomore album would be a huge flop, and the readers of Rolling Stone would vote Mark Wahlberg the worst singer of the year in 1992, basically ending his music career. This rapid demise led Wahlberg to pursue a gig in acting, which would arrive a year later when he made his debut in the TV film The Substitute. 3. He was booked on American Airlines Flight 11. In a shocking story, Wahlberg narrowly avoided death on September 11, 2001, as he had booked a ticket for Flight 11 on American Airlines, headed from Boston to Los Angeles, but had to cancel his reservation after his plans changed the day before. Of course, Flight 11 would never reach its destination, as it was hijacked by terrorists and flown into the North Tower of the World Trade Center. Upon revealing this information, Wahlberg then caused some controversy by making comments stating that if he was on the plane, he believed that things would have gone down very differently, and it would have ended with him saying, "Okay, we're going to land somewhere safely, don't worry." 2. He has a third nipple. Whether it is in one of his films or from modeling for Calvin Klein back in the day, Mark Wahlberg has always quick to whip off his shirt and has clearly worked extremely hard at his physique. He even has his own fitness video. However, if you were to look closely at some of his photos from his Marky Mark days, you will notice that he actually has a third nipple or nubbin, as Chandler taught us on Friends. In much of his modeling work, this is airbrushed out, but it is still noticeable in some of his films and from earlier photos. 1. He also has several famous relatives. Mark Wahlberg's extended family tree is quite something. In addition to being the brother of singer or actor Donnie and actor Robert Wahlberg, Mark has a handful of famous distant relatives. This includes being distantly related to famed American novelist Nathaniel Hawthorne, who is best known for writing The Scarlet Letter. But that only scratches the surface of his famous family tree, as Wahlberg is also distantly related to a number of high-profile celebrities. This includes Halle Berry, Raquel Welch, Ben Affleck, Celine Dion, and Madonna. Please show your support and appreciation by hitting Super Thanks. Proceeds will go to fund future videos.